U.S. District Judge Raymond Dearie has been appointed to review documents taken by the FBI during last month's search of Mar-a-Lago.
That's right. A federal judge selected the Brooklyn-based judge for the role Thursday. Former President Donald Trump proposed Judge Dearie serve as the independent arbiter in this case last week. Lawyers for the Justice Department told the court on Monday they did not oppose his appointment. Judge Dearie has been ordered to complete his review no later than November 30th.
Joining us now is CBS News Chief National Affairs and Justice Correspondent Jeff Pegues. Jeff, great to see you. Let's just start with who is Judge Raymond Dearie and what exactly is he tasked with doing by the end of November?
Well, he is one of the rare people that both sides in this case can agree on. Why don't we start there? This Dearie is well respected in legal circles, certainly in New York City. In New York State, for that matter, in part because he sat on the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, doing FISA cases, which are often counterintelligence cases. So he is well respected. However, and here's why it's really, it's interesting that the Trump side has approved him, because he has a history with the Russia investigation. I'm not going to go too deep into that because that would take up another 10, 15 minutes of your time. But the fact that he was connected and oversaw some of the warrants in that case, and there were some issues with FBI actions in that case. So the fact that the Trump side approved him, I think, is notable, but it just shows you how much he is respected and he has experience in these intelligence-related cases. So that's who he is.
And so, Jeff, what does this mean for the Justice Department's investigation? Because we had heard that they were going to appeal this designation of a special master. Is that no longer the case?
We'll have to see. This is one of those stories that continues to evolve and, frankly, continues to become more and more complicated. But, yeah, there is a chance that we could get an email, and I'm going to check my phone any minute now, from the Department of Justice saying that we are going to appeal this case. Right. We are going to appeal this ruling to a higher court, because what we've seen is that this ruling by the Florida judge has really slowed the pace of this investigation down. And if you're on the Trump team, if you're a supporter of the former president, that's a good thing. Because, this is a process that was moving fairly quickly, but now things have slowed down because of the ruling of this judge in Florida. Because what we're going to have here is this Judge Dearie. He's going to be the umpire in this case, and he's going to look at what was seized by the FBI, what is in government possession at this time, and try to separate it out. Obviously he will have a team there. He's not going to be sitting at a table by himself looking through these things. But, he is the final arbiter in terms of what is government property, what should go back to the former president. So it's going to take some time. The deadline, as you noted, is November 30th. Seems like it's around the corner, but when you're dealing with a national security case, it's really not.
It's not,
Time is of the essence. At least that's what the Department of Justice is saying, and that's why it might appeal, because this ruling has slowed down this investigation. And this is not a misdemeanor case. This is not about a parking ticket or a speeding ticket. This is about national security, according to the Department of Justice. That's the case that they're making, and they're saying that time is of the essence here. We need to move forward. We don't have time to waste.
Right. Well, Jeff, as it gets more complicated, as you say, we are grateful we have you to break it down for us. Jeff Pegues in Washington, thank you.